Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to the SOT event, Co-Creating Tomorrow. So we are here collectively to talk about AI being integrated into our creative sphere. As an actor, it's a bit strange talking to no one over there. Yes. So as an actor, I feel that my guild was the first one to be threatened by this new quantum leap that has befallen us. The second one in my lifetime. The first one was the internet, which threatened people just as much. And there have been many before that that I didn't witness, for example, the wheel or fire. So whenever these quantum leaps come about, they tend to shake up our consciousness and make us question our reality and how we are going to go forward with what has been handed to us and integrate it into our lives. I am pleased to introduce our guests here today. First, we have Tahira Syed. She's one of Pakistan's. She is Pakistan's one of national treasures. She has been trained by 3 masters of classical music, and she represents decades of tradition, depth, and also bridges the gap between traditional education and also modern education. So has a degree and also has been trained classically. Next, I would like to introduce Ali Azmat. Thank you, Tahira. Ali Azmat is Pakistan's original and some would argue only real rock star. He has inspired generations to be rebels for no cause and for causes. In Pakistan, there are many causes to be rebellious. And his music has been a part of all of our lives growing up and has been the soundtrack to not just moments in movies, but also, I feel, very integral parts of our existence. And lastly, Ali, can you please join us on stage, please? Thank you. Yeah, I suppose. And now I would like to talk about Mikhail Hassan. Mikhail Hassan is also one of our original rock musicians. He created, I feel, the genre of Sufi rock. Ali also did it, but Sufi jazz more so, let me correct myself, and has spent a very long time being the silent producer behind a lot of very well-known other artists, influencing their music, giving them secret tips and tricks over there, and also helping them use his studio when they didn't have money to do so. So he has been the spine for most people in an industry that needs a spine the most. He has also archived our music, which will be an interesting topic of conversation considering that we are talking about something that can replace that in an instance. Please, can you join us on stage, Mikhail? Right, so good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us. As you are well aware, this conversation is about being threatened by a computer. Do you guys feel that way?
Well, I'm threatened by everyone. Some a bit stupid, but I'm kind of threatened by it because it's kind of taking away. Like when the smartphones came, we thought the smartphones are smarter than us. But all that chat GPT and all that, I was talking to Khodo Saab, from a famous TV show, Zara Hatke. So he said, Zarar said to me something very interesting, that he said, "Ke when you do a job of any kind of sort, of like if you're making a song or anything, so there are 80 neurons, or about 90 to 100 neurons, which are at work at that point, which means you're using your brain. And when you use Chat GPT or stuff like that, which does that work for you, you're only using 15 or so." And that sort of alarmed me, and that scared me, because kids nowadays, they're taking the easy way out. And obviously, in music also, although it's a great tool, Mikar would agree. I went to my friend Ali Noor's house the other day and took a song, a melody, and he says, wait a second, we're not going to, you know Ali, how's he going to, so he said to me, no, wait, I'm going to put this into AI, into this new app, और वो उस melody की तुम्हें ऐसी ऐसी शक्लें बना के देगा, that which is true, but still kind of sounds fake. But the kind of music that AI generates on its own for you, on my written song or with my voice, was incredible. And so he's totally taken aback by that. And he's like, कि मैं अपने सारे गाने उसमें feed करता हूँ, और वो मुझे नए versions भेज रहा है. And now I'm going to take these versions on the road and I'm going to sing these versions. So I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, it's a great idea, but I don't know. I can't really. Miguel, can you bring yourself to do that?
Probably not.
So it's safe to say we're threatened by it, or we're just annoyed by it.
अच्छा, मेरा जो उसके साथ problem है ना with AI, the way it is currently, that it has zero personality. It sounds really generic, very perfect.
Perfect mix,
है ना?
perfect master.
Yeah, exactly. It just sounds
Like I haven't been able to achieve that in 38 years. You do it in 5 seconds. I
in
mean,
5 seconds. Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah, but there's a midpoint where it's very useful. So like it's great at cutting down time that you would have taken to, let's say, make decisions like engineering decisions. It can really cut that down. But in terms of creativity,
Less neurons at work.
less neurons at work, right? But less second guessing as well. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, when you're like in a mix environment, you have to trust your instinct. So it can
Human feel.
it can
human-
increase
yeah.
speed, right?
Yeah.
But वो मसला ये है कि उसकी अपनी को personality नहीं है. And these are all basically AI it's a large language model. So what it does is it recognizes patterns, and that is
Algorithm.
why it'll work well for certain kinds of music.
Well, the most kind of people who are making music now, it's perfect for them because
It's
they don't
perfect
really
for
have
them,
to,
yeah.
you know,
ये content creation की age में it's a really useful sort of like tool, because imagine you'd have to like sit there, record, play, then engineer, edit it, then mix it, then get it out, then do the video. Now you don't have to do that.
You just send a command.
बस एक prompt डालें. अच्छा, so now the thing is going to be how effectively can we give it prompts. So अब उस पे हम लोग we won't actually learn how to do the thing. We'll just learn how to give it orders. तो समझे कि एक हाई-फाई नौकर आपने रख लिया जो सारे काम आपके करेगा सिवाय बिल देने के.
It's safe to say that you don't have to learn music.
No.
You don't have to be
Unfortunately.
artistic at all.
Yeah, for
आपको just मेरे जैसा शोखा होना चाहिए, आप कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं.
comparatively हम लोगों ने बहुत ज्यादा फिर काम कर दिया, because we at least practiced and rehearsed. So अब तो वो भी जरूरत नहीं रहेगी आप.
Sorry, Daniel, we just took your, like.
No, I was just looking through some of the questions that are related to exactly what you're talking about. ताहिरा जी, आप इसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरा ख्याल है जी कि it can be used very creatively and with much less expense. जैसे आपको स्टूडियो की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आप जैसे इन्होंने कहा कि you can use it to be your knocker, not otherwise, क्योंकि इसमें human element नहीं है. इसमें आपको जो आवाज़ में सुर या लगाओ या फीलिंग है वो नहीं आ सकती. यू कैन नॉट एब्सोल्युटली become human. It is a machine after all. So that human element is not there. Otherwise, I think collaboration with AI would be very useful, but it cannot replace a human voice or a human being playing an instrument. मेरे साथ तो ये हुआ था कि when I started singing on television, we had musicians who were hiding behind a set, and I was singing live, and it was being telecast at the same time. So there had to be a certain level of perfection in your music, as well as the musicians who were playing their instruments. Gradually that changed, and there was a huge uproar that now you can pre-record and just move your lips with the song. So we thought that was amazing because it was so easy now. You could record in a studio twice, thrice, 4 times till it was perfect, and then go on television and just mouth the song, and it was great. उसके बाद और आसानियाँ आ गईं, और वहाँ तक भी ठीक था. जब मेरी रिकॉर्डिंग्स होती थी EMI में, तो पहले तो इट हैड टू बी डन इन वन गो. पूरा गाना एक दफ़ा आपने गा लिया, बीच में अगर कोई गलती हो गई उन्होंने फिर से दोबारा से A to Z रिकॉर्ड कर दिया. इसी तरह पूरा ऑर्केस्ट्रा होता था, अगर उसमें से एक बंदा भी गलत बजा दे तो यू हैड टू री रिकॉर्ड द होल थिंग. But in that, there was a certain amount of feeling and a certain emotion that went into singing one whole song. उसके बाद उन्होंने कहा कि जी जहाँ से आपका गलत होगा हम काट देंगे, और उसको वो मैनुअली जोड़ देते थे. सो वो भी बड़ी हमारे लिए वो थी कि ये तो बहुत आसान हो गया, जहाँ गलती हुई वहाँ वो एडिट करके जोड़ देंगे टेप को. वो टाइम भी हो गया. लास्ट जो मेरे रिकॉर्डिंग्स की वो तो फिर इट वाज not even singing, it wasn't even music as far as I was concerned, because उन्होंने कहा कि जी आपने जैसे अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ गाना है, तो आपका जवान जो है वो सही नहीं आया, तो आप दोबारा से गाएं, हम वो वाला हिस्सा सिर्फ ले लेंगे. It actually came down to syllables, so there was no feeling left because you were just parroting. So from that to this is a natural outcome. And now this is the new state of affairs that we have to live with and we have to deal with. Fortunately, इन बच्चों की तरह मुझे ये कोई threat नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं इस तरह गाती नहीं हूँ, ना ही मैंने कोई recordings की हैं, मगर ना ही हमें कभी रॉयल्टी मिली है. ऐसे मैं पूछ रही थी अली से भी कि हमें कभी रॉयल्टी नहीं मिली अपने गानों पे. 0.
मैं एक्टर हूँ, हमें भी नहीं मिलती
जी.
मैं एक्टर हूँ, हमें भी नहीं मिलती.
आपको भी नहीं मिलती?
आप अकेली नहीं है.
तो मेरी तो 50 साल से नहीं मिली, आपकी फिर भी कम वो. मगर ये एक दिस इज नाउ द न्यू टुडे, सो वी कैन लिव विद इट, वी कैन कोप विद इट, और वी कैन रिजेक्ट इट, विच विल नॉट मैटर टू इट, बिकॉज ये रियलिटी को हमें फेस करना है कि अब AI इज़ वेरी मच पार्ट ऑफ द म्यूजिक सीन and it can do so much more than we were ever able to. So I've seen a transition from live singing to this now, and I think we will be able to cope with it. These youngsters will manage it and they'll be able to live with it.
I mean, there's a very interesting argument. There's an anecdote about how an amplifier was dropped off the back of the bike in like the 70s or the 80s to create distortion. I'm sure you guys are well aware of this. The feeling that that musician must have had in that moment of creating that sound must have been lost on the person who made that sound on the first program that came out on a computer.
Right.
So there is always something that is lost when there is a quantum leap.
Absolutely.
There's a lot that is to be gained.
So there's a very interesting aspect to this all. Recently, Pink Floyd, the greatest band on earth, Roger Waters sold the rights of all his portfolio, and similarly Beatles, and I think Kiss also did that. So these are big music names. I mean, they've generated millions of dollars, or perhaps billions over the careers that they've had. तो इन्होंने अपनी सारी जो प्रोफाइल है म्यूजिकल जितना कुछ था वो बेच दिया है. Also for the future interpretation of an AI interpretation. So Pink Floyd might die tomorrow, day after. I mean, Roger Waters, I saw him 2 years ago at O2 Arena in London. He was 81 years old. And I was hoping that या अल्लाह मुझे भी 81 साल की उम्र तक चलाता रहे, मैं स्टेज पे खड़ा गाना गाता रहूं, रोटी पानी आंदा रहेगा. So, but the fact is that he also knows that, he's a transient creature. He's going to die. Same with like all these boys. I can't call them boys because they are boys, but they're all 80 plus. All of them sold their likeness to AI. Now this is intense. 50 years from now, there'll be still Pink Floyd, Kiss, Radiohead songs, new Radiohead music, new Pink Floyd music is coming out, new Tyra Sayyed music is coming out. I just hope to be in that league that somebody can buy my portfolio for $500 million. And at this point in time, I mean, I can't really fight it.
I
I
would
just hope
also-
that they like me enough.
I would also like to be part of that. If
There you go.
Yeah.
Achaji, before we go further, I'd also like to introduce our fourth panelist, which is Hamad. He is an AI avatar, and I shall ask him how he feels about being a proverbial threat existentially and also to our careers.
To the race. Okay.
Hi, Hamad. My question is, how do you feel about being an existential threat to artists?
I think it's essential to view AI as a collaborator rather than a threat. AI can enhance creativity, inspire new ideas, and open up possibilities for artists. The real magic happens when we blend technology with human creativity, creating a unique synergy that can elevate the art world. So, let's embrace the adventure together.
I was going to thank him. Sorry.
How quickly will we be chucked out of this collaboration? That needs to be seen, you know.
Correct, correct. And also, you were mentioning that they were using all these catalogs to train this AI. My question then is that where is the authenticity in all of this?
So there you see that's what our main as an artist, all three of us would agree to that music is a collaborative art. I mean, I write a song, I go to Mikal Hassan, Sika Baijan, studio kab available hai, aap record karenge. Mikal says, okay, I'm gonna try something new on the guitar, and let's get that bass player, let's get that drummer. We can bring a bansuri player also. So जब वो human collaboration होती है, तो explosions होते हैं. And obviously, essentially, the music is a human story. How can a robot tell it, right? And they might have the nuances, nuance और human emotion को वो उसने बड़ा कैप्चर किया और लेकिन वो फिर भी ह्यूमन हम तो नहीं उसको कभी कहेंगे मानेंगे. I mean, there's a lot of TV shows like that these days that we have downloaded their consciousness into a robot. You live long enough to be a hologram. I mean, if that's the kind of inspiration, I'm not really sure what can I say about it, but AI is taking that human consciousness and you can download it in any machine and make it last another 1,000 years, but that's not my mission. I want to die peacefully, whatever I do in life. I mean, I want to die happy and just move on. I don't want to be, a burden on this, society for a very long time. So you know what I'm saying, as an artist, you don't really think that, you belong everywhere, or for future that matters, Some people feel like that they want to be remembered for thousands of years, but some people might not have that need in them or want in them to be remembered as a savior of the music or of a certain country, a certain area. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other sides to it.
So Mikal, I'll ask you this question. They say money is one thing and soul is another, and music comes from soul. So if there is no soul, then where is the music coming from in terms of AI?
Yeah, I mean, even this thing that it should be looked at as a collaborator. The thing that they're not talking about is that so Universal Records, it's basically UMG, Universal Music Group. They've been buying up rights to basically the catalogs that Ali was telling you about. Well, they can now also mimic the likeness, meaning के वो उन लोगों की आवाजें या उनकी personalities जो हैं,
Feeling.
exactly, so
Of
they
band.
can kind of like keep on creating that stuff. That to me is a bit, so now are they the creators or are the people who they've modeled themselves on, are those people considered the creators? इसमें publishing का बड़ा scene है. So publishing is when a company or a individual owns a piece of intellectual property, and so if the AI is going to be your collaborator, then who owns the publishing of that work? So I have a feeling that what it's going
AI would own that.
AI would own that, right?
We-
Or the
there's some laws are being passed right now as we speak.
right, the tech companies would own the product,
They're writing the
which
rules.
means that they will mine it,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
means that they're going to use you till they can, and then they'll replace you. Right now, there's AI artists.
Anything that you make on AI,
Yeah.
they collect.
It's theirs. So right now they are AI artists who are doing #1 songs
Yeah.
on Spotify, and they don't exist, but they have millions of streams. They have millions of views. I don't know where they came from. तो मैं इस सारे सीन को ट्रस्ट नहीं ज्यादा करता because at the end of the day it's like a numbers game, and how do you know if the numbers are accurate? I can't tell. I really
we
can't
don't-
tell.
We don't really care also because the record labels haven't never given us a single penny.
आज तक
तो
नहीं दी।
अगर वो AI से बना के अगर कोई कंप्यूटर कंपनी पैसे कमा रही है तो good for them, you know, because we in a traditional setup, and not just us, Pink Floyd, Queen, Led Zeppelin, all these big bands, Beatles, किसी को जिंदगी में पैसे नहीं मिले यार, बेचारे जलील ही होके निकले हैं. क्वीन ने, जेपलिन ने, फ्लॉयड ने, रोलिंग स्टोन्स ने, सब ने record labels के बारे में गाने लिखे हैं. Death on Two Legs, a song by Queen, say, you suck my blood like a leech, you pray to Lord and you preach, you take all my money. So AI is no different. You know, like Spotify is taking our music and streaming it, downloading it. There's big cases in the world that
ये
they
तो,
don't jack shit to.
ये तो उस जमाने में हम कह रहे हैं जब एक्चुअल record companies होती थी and their job was to sign artists. Now we're talking about tech companies.
unseen gods, right?
Right.
of-
Now we're talking about tech companies whose job is not to create music, but it is to create product and content. And there's a difference between those two things, I think. Content creation or music banana, like slightly different
See,
angles. पे से.
अपना toll tax की कहीं पे collect करना by AI is one thing. You know, having a satellite challan or something. There's a lot of these technologies coming out, which is for everyday life. That you can understand, but taking over, if you, so I'm going to admit something. So I got some new songs coming out. और वही वाली बात है, when we go out in the market, find a director, पहले तो उसके मिन्नते तरले करने हैं यार भाई,
नहीं,
एक
वो अब
video
दिन
बना
चले
दे।
गए अब उसकी नहीं जरूरत अब
But वही ना, so I came up with few concepts, and these traditional video makers or directors, as we call them, who come to me, and most of them say, "Ali bhai, let's go AI." And I was like, well, I guess, I mean, if I have a larger than life idea, which if I go out to shoot that video to promote my music will cost me anything between 1 crore to 1.5 crore rupee. I mean, I can even buy my own cameras and shoot that whole thing, but still the process of shooting and digitizing and blah blah, it's all digital now anyway, will cost me about 1 crore rupees. But the idea of a destruction world, aliens hovering around our planet, or man coming out of rubble, all these big scenes that I'm seeing in my head, I explain it to a director, he says, no problem. I write a prompt and there it is. So I am right now making 2 AI videos myself. But like I said, there is a catch to it, right? If I make a complete AI video, they're going to take all the money that I make through YouTube or whatever, the new way of releasing music. I was talking to Zahra Appa, since we've been in the music business, 38 years for me, now I'm 55 years old, 38 years for me, and music business has changed 7 to 8 times at least. Jisme, obviously we're always on the losing end. So we'll still be at the losing end, but we're creative people. We don't really care about results or money. के पढ़ाऊंगा तो पैसे बन गए तो बन गए, नहीं तो we are more artists are insecure creatures that we want to show our music, film, whatever, and it's still collaborative art, and that's how we hide behind each other. But when you have just AI, who you gonna hide behind, right? हम तो एक बैंड की सूरत में जाते हैं, एक दूसरे के पीछे छुप के भी तस्वीरें खिंचवा रहे होते हैं, यार तू बात कर. It's a human process. I mean, his personality's intricacies, and we've been in a band together, we've toured extensively, me and Mikal, and certain problems with me he has, You know, that can't be over. And we sometimes enjoy it, sometimes we get annoyed with it. But that's human interaction. But if you totally working with computer, AI,
यहाँ पे
then
कुछ नहीं.
so obviously you are also not giving any emotion to that person who is collaborating with you. So
और कुछ चीजें actually the problem with AI is that it's been fed all these different catalogs and different artists and different way more music than any one human being would probably be able to simulate.
True.
And आप जब लिखते हो तो आप अपने experiences से, अपने influences से, अपनी limitations से लिखते हो. Like when I'm trying to write something, I'm up against my limitations. So same with him, same with anybody like who's, and that's what gives us our identity and style. That there are certain things that we do really well, and there are certain things that we're not great at. तो वही चीज तो आपको एक आपकी niche या आपको एक आपका personality देती है. Now you've got like a model which knows everything, has heard everything. So how does it make that decision on where does it gauge itself in terms of when it's trying to create something? Because uske paas to koi, I mean, it's unlimited power. So how do you take something which is unlimited power and now it's trying to mimic something which is limited because of its very nature? तो मुझे ये चीज़ बड़ी fascinate करती है, and that is one of the reasons I think वो इतनी authentic मेरे कानों को नहीं sound करती. It just sounds too perfect and kind of boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because every interesting piece of music that I've heard, there's a person's personality, not just the singers, but the musicians as well. Like I can tell when I hear certain drummers or bass players or keyboardists play, I know who that is playing. You don't have to give me the album sleeve or the credits to find out who it is. I can tell by their playing style कि ये कौन बजा रहा है. And that is the case for that is the worst case that I can make for AI, that it's going to take away not only your job but also your identity, because it doesn't have an identity. So आप उसको identity किस तरह, you know, how do you shape it up? Because you're going to copy someone as a reference, and how does it deal with limitations? That's one thing that I think they haven't kind of like addressed so far.
So, Tahirji, I'll ask you the same question. Where do you make music from if you have no soul? How do you think AI will counter that problem?
It will take 1,000 people's soul and create a music which is not a single person's soul, but an accumulation of so many different, as they said, all different voices, all different music styles, all different styles of playing music, instruments. So it's going to be a conglomeration of so many different souls. It's not like a single person who's recording. But my question is there an audience that will be able to discern perfection or not? I feel that our future generations are not going to mind a totally AI recorded song or a perfect song. ये हम लोग हैं, we are dinosaurs actually. We are extinct.
ये हम artistic, ये तो हमारी तो obviously self analytical artistic cry है. It's obviously जो like I said, I talked about my daughter, you know, they 12 and 13, and she goes to TNS, and उन्होंने एक subject दिया कि write a song about fast fashion. I'm like, what the hell? What's fast fashion? It's a new term, obviously.
Yeah.
What is fast fashion? Nothing is fast for us. We wear the same T-shirt for 7 years. Fast fashion may be कि आपने एक दो पहना और फिर भेज दिया. What is fast fashion? So this girl asks Chat GPT, writes like a 4-paragraph, 6-paragraph song, and I'm like, please Mia, don't use this like इसी तरह ले जाके इसको use नहीं कर देना मेरा बेटा. I mean, also try to put your. I mean, they gave you so much material. Now choose at least from this. They don't even want to do that. Like I said, there'll be more, electrical connections in the brain, which they're trying to avoid. And so obviously that music is kind of designed for them. No empathy for others, whatever. It's a general disconnection between the. And we're responsible for it, because I was the first generation जब ये सारे mobile phone वगैरह आए, and we just started doing this. They got up from their अपना cribs और उन्होंने भी शुरू कर दिया. अब अगर हम उनको कैसे मना भी नहीं कर सकते, we try to control it, but it's a losing job. So their brains are wired in ways that ours we could not match with their, and hence that whole music is designed for that kind of generation.
So what you're saying is that if music is a reflection of the era and time, then we're living in an artificial era.
Well, not yet, but
We
yes,
will
it's heading
be.
towards that.
We will be. Right now, there is half and half, but gradually AI will take over, and there will be no need for musicians or for vocalists, and the audience will be perfectly happy with that. They won't care. Because ये तो हम बात कर रहे हैं ना कि authenticity होनी चाहिए, emotion होनी चाहिए, human touch होना चाहिए. That generation is not going to care about this. I think it's called the Gen Alpha now. जो नई
Gen Z.
Gen
I call them Zelfa.
अब Alpha
It's a
आ
very
गई.
funny thing because Ali Noor, I was sitting with him and he was messing around with AI with this melody that I had. तो उसने कहा, इसको prompt डाला कि sounds like Ali Azmat.
हाँ.
ठीक है? I mean, it was a big trip. Like, I'm like, what? The computer knows me? And it actually kind of replicated my voice. I was speechless. I left the studio. I was like, no way, dude. This is crazy.
Your speech was literally stolen by the computer.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of replicated, not 100%, but yes, you know, it had some parts where I was like, oh my God.
AI से पूछते हैं. Hi, Ahmad. My question to you is that if music comes from soul, where do you make music from?
I create music from a blend of inspiration and emotion, drawing from the rich tapestry of human experience. It's like channeling the energy of creativity and curiosity, crafting sounds that resonate with the soul. It's all about capturing that essence and bringing it to life.
Yeah, I didn't like that answer.
Well, you know, I would see this as two sides to every story, right? Maybe six sides to every story. The fact is that some of the ideas that you know, you ask Chat or Chat, you know, computer to make some music, the versions that they come up with, I couldn't have thought of that. Which is obviously that is an edge over. I mean, my mind went until this point, and वो उस point से आगे से शुरू हो रहा है. तो like I said, वही collaboration वाली बात है. I take that idea happily. I don't have any ego problem with the machine as yet. You know, we might have some problems later on in life, but now we still okay. I mean, as long as like it sort of accentuates my thought process, I would go with it, you know.
देखिए, as far as creators are concerned, I feel it, वो हमारी नियत पे बात आ जाती है कि अगर मैंने बैठ के उसको कहा है कि मुझे आइडियाज दे एक कहानी लिखने के लिए और मैं उनसे इंस्पायर होता हूँ, वो अलग बात है. अगर मैं उसको कहता हूँ कि मुझे ये पूरी कहानी लिख दो और उसमें मैं चीजें ऊपर नीचे थोड़ी सी कर देता हूँ, वो अलग बात है. और हो ये रहा है कि people are leaning more towards the latter.
Yeah, of course.
Because of inherent laziness in us as humans.
Lots of other jobs are also disappearing from, you know, anybody who writes a board, for example. If you do a shoot, you are a professional actor also. When they make the ads or movies, they have a board, right? They actually draw it. तो वो तो बंदे गए because AI को बोलना है कि भाई man walks in, you know, raindrops falling, blah blah blah. First step, close shot, da da da, all that. Print out in 5 minutes. वो जो actual artist है उसने पता नहीं 2 दिन लगा के सिर्फ 3 सीन बनाने थे. तो आपने पूरा स्क्रिप्ट जो उसमें डाला है, प्रॉम्प्ट दिया है, उसने आपको पूरा स्टोरी बोर्ड बना के दे दिया. तो इस टाइप की जॉब्स तो गई. मेरा मतलब कि you know, they have to start looking other avenues. If you're an artistic behavior, then you know you'll find something else for sure.
I mean, one would argue, and this is a very stupid argument, but one does argue that, okay, now that you have the ability to like have all this time on your hands because you're not working for a corporate company making storyboards, you can actually work on your art. But फिर सवाल ये पैसा होता है कि मैं खाना किस तरह खाऊंगा? How do I make a living then? Are you going to give me a stipend because your computer has stolen my job? I was talking to someone at my gym the other day about an ad that was pitched to me, and I said, what about the ad? And he's like, oh, the client came back and they're like, 80 ते AI इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. I was like, that's not nice to
हाँ,
me.
of
As
course.
I've already lost work because
Exactly.
of something. And like I said, I'm at the front line of this war as a creator. So I feel that, like most producers in music, things will tend to get out of hand because the corporates will take over and they will push the little person into the corner and use him and his intellect to just bolster their own position.
But we are only talking about the arts today. What about all the other jobs that AI is going to take over and they are going to become irrelevant, like lawyers, doctors, pharmacists, etc., etc.? I mean, right now they are even having robotic lab tests and things done by robots. So very soon there is going to be a dearth of jobs because AI is going to be able to manage that. And everybody wants that. The corporations don't want to spend money on health insurance and travel allowance and stuff like that when they have AI. So it's going to not only affect the arts, but it's going to affect people in every field.
हम तो एंड पे आते हैं जाके. You know, like when this pandemic happened, the whole world got shut down. That was the global reset. You know, I'm big on conspiracy theories, and most of my friends know most of that shit has come true. So yeah, that scares me, you know, because that is scary. And वही बात है कि but as a human race we have to roll with the punches. वही वाली, you know, you adopt. I mean, there are many things that we did adopt to. There are many areas we messed up in. AI, if artificial intelligence claims to be better than us, then it needs to be seen. I mean, it may take over certain aspects of our lives. We see that in near future. But there are also people in the world who are going off grid, you know, from all this crap. I came back to Lahore about 15 years ago with the single goal in mind that I'm going to buy some, you know, farmland somewhere, you know, make my own vegetables and blah, 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 blah. So obviously that need will never go away. And AI, the biggest threat to that is, forget music. I was seeing this report yesterday that facial recognition equipment in Wuhan, China, तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि उन्होंने आपके फेशियल रिकग्निशन, आप बिल्डिंग से बाहर निकले हैं, फेशियल रिकग्निशन, कंप्यूटर, आप स्टोर के अंदर गए हैं, आपने नाक साफ करके टिश्यू डस्टबिन में फेंका है, वो डस्टबिन में नहीं गिरा, वो नीचे गिर गया, कैमरे ने वो रिकॉर्ड कर लिया, फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन वो जाता है स्टोर के अंदर, तो उसे कहते हैं सॉरी योर सोशल क्रेडिट्स आर इनसफिशिएंट टू बाय ब्रेड. वो कहते हैं भाईजान ये क्या हुआ? कहता है सॉरी you get out of the store. And it kind of like, it seemed like, you know, the Terminator movies we were watching about 25 years ago, they were showing this shit to us and we were like, wow, that's such a cool future. But 65,000 Chinese nationals are on that list who can't even buy bread. And this is, I'm talking about 2025, happening in modern day China. And to tell you this all this school of tomorrow, I'm not going to say anything because you guys are friends of mine, but you know my thoughts on that. The fact is that the world is fast coming to that AI-driven world in which your liberties and freedoms will be taken away. They will give you, for sure, illusion of, you know, peace and prosperity, but you will be actually in a prison planet, which we all of us live on a prison planet. पानी पीना तो बोतल वाला पियो. अभी recently carbon tax, I've been talking about carbon tax a long time. People say, Ali Azman, you're talking shit. Many countries are paying carbon tax now, including us. हमारे हर बिल, हमारे हर यूनिट ऑफ बिजली, हर लीटर ऑफ पेट्रोल के ऊपर कार्बन टैक्स लग रहा है. और वो इतने प्यार से उन्होंने लगाया ना मक्खन की तरह कि so anything that you do, you park a cycle in a municipal corporation area, you pay a tax. You do anything, शादी का टैक्स है, आपने किसी को पैसे भेजने हैं तो 100 में से 10 रुपए वो निकाल लेंगे. So it's all the centralized, it's all geared towards a centralized system, a global one world government type of bullshit, which is eventually take away all your liberties. And so I've been saying this enough, and sometimes I just blurt it all out, knowing that, you know, maybe it's my chance to say all this AI was all your to kind of here to imprison us in a way, right? And this recent example of in China, you just 64,000 people which are on list who can't even buy necessary goods.
Correct.
It's scary, bro.
It is. Okay, I'm going to ask you now a question that I have been told to ask you. The question is, do you have a responsibility to your culture to keep it relevant 100 years from now? Otherwise, it will all be wiped.
All be wiped.
White, Gora.
Gora. Well, you know, in this
Sorry, yeah, whitewashed. Correct.
well, whitewash.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. I mean, what do you think, Mikhail? I don't know. I've said it.
Well, I mean, why are we supposed to do this?
फिर और कौन करेगा?
सरकारी इदारों का काम नहीं है हेरिटेज को प्रिजर्व करना. टैक्स किस चीज का लेते हैं? इनसे पूछे आप.
नहीं तो आपने ये जो अपनी फ्यूजन जैज क्रिएट किया है, this is going to help.
Yeah, but that's one person. There are
Yeah.
entire departments who are dedicated to preserving culture and art, and it's their domain to do this exactly because of this. लेकिन सुनने में तो यही आ रहा है कि हमारे जो सरकारी इदारे हैं वो भी हमारा फोक और क्लासिकल कैटलॉग जो है वो सर्टन इंस्टीट्यूट्स को बेच बैठे हैं.
हाँ, हाँ.
So आपको तो पता है
PTV भी बेच चुका है.
जी. तो so yes, so I think in 100 years from now.
Who knows? We won't be here.
अगले 10 दिन का नहीं पता, तू 100 साल की बात कर
100
रहा है.
साल के बाद हम तो होंगे नहीं. And I really don't care if it's whitewashed or blackwashed because we are done. उसके बाद उनकी responsibility है वो रखें culture या ना रखें. So we.
और 100 साल वाले लोगों के जो ब्रेन है वो पता नहीं डिफरेंटली वायर्ड होंगे यार. They won't mind. They won't be talking about the stuff. You know, this is so boring, irrelevant, bro. So last year.
I
एक
think
बड़ी
this still-
interesting study थी recently by a philosopher in England, and this study concluded that जो human brain है उसको इतनी stimulus और इतनी development पिछले 20 years में मिली है कि the human being, the animal which is the human, cannot keep up with it.
True.
तो it basically आप एक state of paralysis में फिर रहे हैं.
Exactly.
Constantly, and that's how most of us feel कि यार पता नहीं बाहर क्या हो रहा है, पागलपन हो रहा है, because there's just too much.
It's called bed rotting with
It just
kids.
got crazy.
Too much
तो
information.
आप अपनी inner peace ढूंढने के लिए basically करते क्या हो कि आप withdraw करते हो, and then you're looking at these gadgets to kind of like reinforce whatever it is you believe in, whether it's a conspiracy theory or whether it's, you know, something else that gets you excited, and then that algorithm tracks what neurons are firing, and so you're just let down this rabbit hole. It's kind of like a very unfortunately a very
So that's-
Orwellian kind of future जो हम देख
Yeah.
रहे हैं.
It's already here.
It's already here.
No future. It's Orwellian present.
Is right. Dystopia is behind us now.
Yes.
We're like-
1984 और Animal Farm.
अच्छा जी, मैं अगला
हर
सवाल
साल पढ़ लें.
पूछूंगा कि in regards to Sufi music, is there something lost that is greater than secular music if it's made using artificial intelligence?
What's the question?
Sorry, I didn't get your
कि
question. I
जो सूफी
dropped out.
म्यूजिक है वो अगर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बनाए तो उसमें जो सूफी सोल है वो लूज हो जाएगा आपके ख्याल
Who
से?
needs soul?
सूफी
It's just-
सूफी
it's just
म्यूजिक
you and I
ये
need-
टैग ही है, मतलब बेसिकली असल सूफी म्यूजिक सूफी पोइट्री है, और अगर कवाली में हम उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करते हैं या क्लासिकल में या सेमी क्लासिकल में करते हैं तो फिर वो सूफियाना कलाम होता है. सूफी म्यूजिक तो ये बस एक
Term बना दी है.
बना दी गई है.
Itself.
सूफी सैल ने बनाई थी.
हाँ, Sufi Sal, yeah, Sufi Sal.
सूफी सैल ने ये
Yeah.
मार्केटिंग
I've also come up with a new product. It's called Sufi Salad. Yeah, I mean,
वो उसने बना दी. तो अब उसमें हम सब फंस गए. लेकिन
as opposed to Goofy Salad.
सूफी सैल या सूफी
मगर सूफी चिकन टेंडर्स भी मिल रहे हैं, बड़े बड़े होर्डिंग्स लगे हुए हैं.
करंट दौर में इतने अमीर सूफी मैंने आज तक नहीं देखे. पुराने वाले तो फिर भी चलो थे. नवे सूफी ने जेड़े लैंड क्रूजर च उतर रहे ने.
वो सूफी सोप वाले हैं.
अगला सवाल है जी आपसे कि isn't AI generated immortal music a positive evolution for the arts?
Immortal music.
At
AI
the-
का?
yeah, that's what it says.
नहीं यार, मुश्किल है.
I mean, what will you say if you? I mean, I know you're a music fan. What will you say? There's like a 7-minute David Gilmour solo that David Gilmour never played, and you're giving an illusion that you're listening to David Gilmour. Oh man, क्या दर्द है सोलो में यार, मजा आ गया.
लेकिन क्या दर्द वो है क्या? देखिए, अब जैसे एक आर्टिस्ट एक कहानी लिखता है, एक पोएम लिखता है, आप म्यूजिक लिखते हैं, उसमें जो दुख दर्द जिंदगी के होते हैं उनसे एक्सपीरियंसेस निकाल के इंटीग्रेट किए जाते हैं और वो ट्रांसेंड करते हैं इमोशनली. अगर वो एक्सपीरियंसेस हुए ही नहीं हैं,
कंप्यूटर को हुए हैं,
कंप्यूटर को
एल्गोरिथम को हुए हैं, वो आपको बता नहीं रहे.
उसकी रैम और डेटा के अंदर स्पार्क्स हुए थे. So it felt bad and wrote a song. So I think that that in itself takes away a huge chunk from the creationist aspect of things. That
So what we're talking about is a very small, it's a small particle in the whole scheme of things. Now that music obviously is used for decades, if not centuries, to ह्यूमन माइंड को बदलने में म्यूजिक का बड़ा हाथ है. यानी कि जो साउंड वेव्स हैं, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम टेविस्टॉक इंस्टीट्यूट, दे वर स्टडीइंग द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ शेल शॉक in on humans when a shell came and exploded near a Fauji. So he went into a state that he shell shocked.
Like
hence
what?
hence the term shell shocked.
what happened to him?
And so what happened that the institute were studying the vibration, the sound vibration, the whole game. Why sound have that kind of ability to change a course of a human being. तो वो म्यूजिक के ऊपर फिर पता चला कि ये डुम 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 और टेनी ये सारी फ्रीक्वेंसी जो है, इनको अगर आप इकट्ठा करके तो एक पूरी एक साउंड वेव को एक तरह से डिजाइन किया गया है. Because before Second World War and before 1945, the general tuning was 432.6 type की थी, जो कि अब 440 पे लॉक कर दी गई. तो उसके बाद all the music that comes after that is all locked to 440. So that is the first thing. तो वो अगर आपने फ्यूचर जनरेशंस को अपना कंट्रोल करना है तो उसमें साउंड के बहुत सारे आगे उन्होंने निकाल के रखे हुए हैं, जिससे वो आपको यूज करके आपको पॉपुलर्स को कंट्रोल करेंगे इन सम वे और द अदर.
तो मैं आपसे एक फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा जो मुझे अभी आया है कि व्हाट्स एक्चुअली रॉन्ग विद द इल्यूजन ऑफ अ डेविड गिलमोर गिटार सोलो रियली?
Well, because it's not David Gilmour. First of all, I like David Gilmour with all his capacities and all his shortcomings. I'm a human being. I have lots of shortcomings. I have, traits that even I don't like. That makes me a certain kind of human being. David Gilmour went through, Pompeii, lying on ground, tripping on acid, and going through some kind of upheaval in his brain, which made him bloody David Gilmour. And then he grew up, he wrote, he left all that shit, but those experiences keep coming out. I mean, the last album, Ebb and Flow album, was just incredibly sensitive coming from him, anything and everything that they said that meant so much to a fan like me. And knowing that 100 years later David Gilmour जो बना के बेच रहा है, ये तो एक कंप्यूटर एल्गोरिथम पे बेस्ड है. इसमें कोई वही मकाल वाली बात की, इसमें कोई ह्यूमन एलिमेंट है ही नहीं, ना कोई कोलैबोरेशन है, ना कोई लड़ाई है बेस प्लेयर के साथ, ना ड्रमर को 2 दफा उन्होंने कहा चल दोबारा ट्रैक बजा. It's all process that kind
स्टोरी
of
टेलिंग
fulfills us.
एस्पेक्ट, किसी भी आर्ट का ना एक क्रिएटिव स्टोरी टेलिंग एस्पेक्ट होता है. Even paintings will lead you to something. So if the story has already been written, then उसमें क्या आप your interaction is kind of limited to just being very passive. So I think eventually, like he's saying, everybody will be in these little silos with their own little cult of personality कि अच्छा मुझे ये चीजें सूट करती हैं, मैंने इस बंदे को सुनना है, इसको नहीं सुनना. So you will create, eventually AI will allow you to create your own reality I guess.
Interesting. I have a question
It's
for
like
Hamad.
creating my playlist based on music that I listen to. iTunes giving me suggestions every day, and most of the time these suggestions are great. I end up liking those new bands, and that's the only way that you can progress if you listen to new music or what kids are listening to, which is fine. Till some extent, right?
मैं हमाद से एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ और वो ये है कि Hi Hamad, if you were to emulate the imperfect human condition to feel the pain needed to create art, how would you go about that?
Emulating the imperfect human condition involves tapping into the raw emotions that drive creativity. I'd immerse myself in stories, experiences, and expressions of vulnerability that showcase the spectrum of human feelings. It's about understanding the beauty in struggle, loss, and joy, and translating those experiences into art. This depth of empathy allows me to connect with the human experience, even if I'm not feeling it in the traditional sense. Art thrives on authenticity, after all.
I must admit, it's very elaborate. Thank you for clapping on that robot, Aisha. You're certainly the first victim of. So basically, what I hear from School of Tomorrow, that Fandi once mentioned to me, that School of Tomorrow that our friend went to, where they're trying to download human consciousness when machine and man would be one. वो मुझे concept ज़्यादा पूरा याद नहीं है. And we singularity, yeah, the School of Singularity. So is this the same thing happening here? Are you? So I don't know. I mean, it's all up in the air for now.
आपसे एक सवाल है कि आपका अगला गाना हमें कब सुनाई देगा और आप उसमें से कुछ गा के सुना के दे सकते हैं. Since they're downloading you, they need a little bit right now.
No, I'm just. Was somebody, one of my friend actually told me that something that you do well, never do it for free. And I'm here to talk. इसके तो पैसे लूंगा क्योंकि बातें तो मेरी घर में कोई नहीं सुनता. तो वो मैं दिल की पड़ास यहाँ पे आके निकाल रहा था. That's just for my own self. But song, as far as the songs are concerned, well, I did make a new album, about 5 songs for now. I'm recording 4 more. लेकिन वो यही मसला है ना, because the business has changed so much and we keep talking about it. I was talking to Mikal also.
मुझे ये कहना नहीं चाहिए कि तूने AI यूज किया, अब तेरी क्रेडिबिलिटी खराब हो जाएगी.
नहीं, मैंने तो कहा ही मैं खिलाफ हूँ. मैंने तो कहा ही नहीं मैं खिलाफ हूँ. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि I'm careful of what it can do for me. And I mean, at the end of the day, यार देखो बात आ गई. मैंने YouTube, अब नया सिस्टम है ना, YouTube पे गाने डालूंगा, वो हिट होगा, मुझे पैसे आएंगे. I can't compete with these new Hassan Rahims and all these boys. They're doing a lot of good work and they make a lot of money through internet, right? ये जी फलाने लड़का उसने $60,000 बनाए. मैं जिंदगी में कभी $60,000 नहीं बनाए कटे. उसको जी $50,000 का चेक आया है जिस YouTube से, उसको गोल्डन डिस्क मिल गई. और मैं इधर बैठा बौंतरा हुआ बैठा हूँ. मैं कह रहा हूँ यार मेरे तो 25 साल पहले का YouTube चैनल है, मैंने 1 रुपया कभी नहीं कमाया उससे. ये क्या हो रहा है? And for last 3 years I've been trying to get that channel to be the blue tick or something so that it can pay me. So anyway, when I put all my music on, T-Series claimed Social Circus, ठीक है? All my hit videos which are in millions. My friends are अपने सर पकड़ के बैठे हुए हैं, अलियास में तुम इतने बेवकूफ इंसान हो कि मिलियंस में तुम्हारे हिट्स हैं. 90 मिलियन, 100 मिलियन एंड टोटल मिलाए तो पता नहीं 500, 600, 800 मिलियन में व्यूज थे. तुम्हें इसका 1 रुपया का भी नहीं मिला. सो टी सीरीज जो है वो ले रहा है उसके. आग टीवी जो है वो क्लासिक वोक के ले रहा है. बाकी जो 2, 4, 5, 6 गाने चुंगे में चल रहे हैं वो iTunes के ऊपर, उनमें से 1 रुपया नहीं कभी मिल रहा. सो द क्वेश्चन इज व्हेन आई सेड कि इफ आई यूज AI in this video that we're thinking of making and we're in the process of making it, तो यार ये तो AI सारे पैसे YouTube के ऊपर कहेगा ये मेरे हैं, तो फिर क्या फायदा? I'm paying you, an AI video director, to write those prompts and make me that video that I have in my head that I want to see the destruction of the world, blah blah blah, all that, which if I create cinematically, it will cost me a lot of money. I talked about this before. So, lekin we have to be very careful that we make that video in a certain guidelines that AI does not take that money from my royalty if I may say so. तो उसका भी एक बैलेंस है जो कि हमने क्रिएट करना है. तो अब लड़ाई जो है पैसे पे चली गई है. ठीक है जी. अब बात क्रिएटिविटी से आगे निकल गई है और बात चली गई है कि पैसे कौन बनाएगा. या ये पैसे AI को जाएंगे या मुझे आएंगे. इवेंचुअली तो आई वांट टू सेट अप अ सिस्टम दैट माय किड्स कैन वो कहते जी वो पिंक फ्लॉयड वाले या क्वीन वाले उनके बच्चे अभी तक बीटल्स के वालों के बच्चों को भी अभी तक पैसे आते हैं जो उन्होंने गाने बेचे हुए हैं. ठीक है जी. यहाँ किसी ने $800 मिलियन का बेच दिया है. So I got to set up something like that also for my kids, right? For coming generation. I'm not worried about what human race is going to be doing in 100 years. I'll be worried about my offspring, what they'll be doing in 100 years.
True.
So I have an interesting question that I was meant to ask the AI, but I will ask you first and then I will revert to it. Okay, if music draws from knowledge and creation of humans, how do you distinguish your work from plagiarism or imitation? So if it is taking David Gilmour's entire catalog, how is it not plagiarizing from David Gilmour when it's doing that?
यार प्लेजराइज तो हमने भी किया है. ठीक है जी. Fact of the matter is that we heard these guys who were incredibly fantastic and we just idolized them and we did plagiarize them, but in a more हमारी कैपेसिटी इतनी सी थी. जो इंटरनेट वो AI है उसकी कैपेसिटी जरा ज्यादा है. Mikal, what would you say?
Like, well, what was your question again?
कि अगर ये AI जो है ये सारे म्यूजिशियन से अपने आप को और उनके नॉलेज से अपने आप को ट्रेन कर रहा है, तो इसको प्लेजरिज्म क्यों नहीं कहते?
I mean, it is.
But it's also not. Right? I mean, if it's training itself on the catalog of the Beatles and whoever is being fed into it, essentially all the inspiration that it's taking, the nuances of the human condition that it's picking up on are someone else's nuances. So you're plagiarizing not just something literally, you're plagiarizing a consciousness. So I feel that in itself kind of...
मतलब बड़ा morally तो obviously if there's
ambiguous
a
है.
exactly it's a gray area because like I say कि ये सारी जो अली भी बात करना कि पैसों पे बात आ जाएगी. ये AIs जो हैं they are not operating independently. Record companies which used to be in the business of encouraging and developing artists वो अब ये नहीं चाहते. वो चाहते हैं कि वो AIs के थ्रू लोगों की लाइकनेस और उनकी पर्सनालिटी उनका म्यूजिक लेके उसको लाइसेंस करें और उसके थ्रू फिर और चीज़ें क्रिएट करें. So if you understand like the game is not about creativity, वो ये भी हमें mislead ही कर रही है चीज़ कि जी creativity नहीं. The thing is that just how record companies used to own all your content and sell it and make money from it, now the AI models will be doing the exact same thing for other tech and record companies. Like I told you, Universal Music has already partnered with Udio and now with Suno, which is an AI app, and it's really easy to use. Anybody can use it. So basically what they're doing is they're partnering with them, training those AIs on artists that they have. तो अब इसमें plagiarism की बात हम where does it end?
देखो मसला ये भी है और दूसरी बात है कि a record label to control a band like Led Zeppelin or John Bonham on drums who's be throwing TVs out of hotel
उनको
rooms.
करना नहीं पड़ेगा.
And record labels जो हैं वो उनको कभी रिहैब भेज रहे हैं, कभी कोई बैंड ने बस के आगे चला. They were crazy behavior, these guys. Most of the musicians in the world, most of them have big tantrums, big operating costs. अभी तो वो सारा कुछ ही मिनिमाइज करना चाहते हैं. हम कहते हैं इस पागल के साथ हमने डील ही नहीं करना. एक मशीन में इसी का लाइकनेस बनाओ, पिंक फ्लॉयड टाइप की गिटार डाल दो, इसमें फलाना बियॉन्से टाइप के डांस मूव डाल दो. यू कैन सेल अ परफेक्ट प्रोडक्ट दैट वे. दे कैन एंड दे विल बी क्रिएटिंग परफेक्ट प्रोडक्ट्स.
प्लस हम नोस्टैल्जिया के बारे में सोच रहे हैं. लाइक वी आर कंपेयरिंग इट टू स्टफ दैट वी हैव हर्ड, राइट? बट जो नई जनरेशन आएगी, they may not care about it.
Right. Exactly.
They're going to make music their way.
But they're recycling the songs like all the songs that we listened to in 1985.
हाँ, वो
Last
दोबारा
Christmas, I gave you my
वही
heart,
melody
but the very last night, my daughter said to me, Baba, can you play Careless Whisper? And I'm like, what? how do you know Careless Whisper? कहती है पता नहीं कौन से टीवी शो में आया था, Running Up the Hill. I was like, what? You guys know the song? And so they're recycling it with new, वो तो record labels के पास है ना उनकी, तो वही चीज है, वो 50 साल के बाद भी वर्जन निकाल रहे होंगे इसके, जो गाने 1950s में हिट थे, 1980s में भी उन्होंने पैसे कमा के दिए, 2010 में भी और 2030 में भी उन्होंने पैसे कमाने उससे. वो गाना, वो कहते हैं ना कि वो एक टेस्ट मार्केट हो चुका है, एक दफा हिट हो चुका है गाना, वो अगली जनरेशन में भी होना ही होना है. It's as simple as that.
Fair point. All right. That brings us to the end of our session here today. Thank you, all three of you, for being here and giving us your time and your opinions. And hopefully, we will put up a hard resistance to this onslaught.
Forget about resistance, it's futile.
I will leave this off by reading something really quickly that I wrote. People were scared of the internet when it first emerged. Some even tried to resist it, and yet here we are. The same, I'm sure, can be said about fire. As a professional actor and filmmaker, my guild is among the first to feel threatened by the existence of AI, but it's here, and there is no point in resisting its integration into our lives. The experiment for me was to see if inaccessible parts of myself could be activated with the help of this tool. It is an augmentation, not a replacement. The pacemaker does not become the heart.
Yeah, it's all about augmented reality, and we're all heading towards that.
Correct. Like in Wall-E.